Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome to another episode of Sky Factory 2. Yes, we are playing Sky Factory again and having some fun. As you can see, I'm fully kitted out now with my new armor. I went and made myself some boots. So yeah, I've got those as well. So yeah, we got the armor side of it done. What we need to do, and boy are they fast. These leggings, these boots, the boots make you hop, as you can see, so they got jump boost on them basically, which is pretty cool, but it's taken a little bit to get used to them, I think. Getting a little bit of lag on here as well, which I'm not quite sure what that is, but we've got a few draconic things here to tick off. So let's see now. We've made the boots as well, so that's good. We do have all the other bits to do, and they shouldn't be so bad. They don't take up so much. The main downside, I think, is the withers. That's the thing that takes up the most things, and I don't think we have any stars left. Let's have a look. When my system comes up and working, it starts to lag again. We've got 2 nether stars left, so we've got a little bit we can do, but we certainly don't really have any wither skulls. I don't think we're out of the wither skulls, so that's something that I've got to do. So yeah, it's only 5 of the bones as well, so okay, that's something we've got to do. So and my system's filling up, so I'm ever expanding the ME drive, but I need to sort all that out. Today I thought what we are going to concentrate on is this, Dimlets. We've got all these in here, so I thought it was time to start creating some alternate worlds, especially that one. We can get some yellowite. The cost is $40,000 per tick to create, and it takes 10,000 RF per tick. Tick costs 800 ticks, so yeah, quite expensive. Where a lot of these other dimlets, as you can see, they take up very little. So that's something we're going to get into. So first thing we want to make, and this is an RFTools mod, but let me have a look now. So what I need first of all is the books. That's the thing. So we'll get some manuals. Manual, and there's 2. So we've got the tools manual, which is a book and 4 redstone, so we shall get that. And then we've also got the dimension manual, which is just redstone configured slightly different. So these books should give us everything we need to know in terms of how to do things, what to do, and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to have a quick read of these. But basically, I think we've got to, if we have a look at RFTools, I think we've got all these different things we can make, and there's a few different things in here. So we've got matter transmitters and I don't know what, dimension builders. So we've got those kind of things we need to be building. We don't want a spawner, but there's probably some cool things in here we've not really looked at. But the idea is we can use all these dimlets, or at least the ones we found, and yeah, from that we can start matter receiver. So I think they're the ones we need to transport and receive from the things. Dimension builders, yeah, and a few things I'm not quite sure about. So I'm going to have a read of these books, and hopefully that's going to tell us what we need, and we'll get into building some alternate areas, shall we say, alternate dimensions. Right, so there's definitely quite a few things we need. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to get up and make these. So we've already got the researcher, because that's something we made a long time ago when we saw these dimlets. We're going to make a scrambler. So we're going to go ahead and make one of those. What we're missing is the machine frame. Yep. So we're going to need quite a few machine frames. So let's just go and make a load of those up. Well, let's just have, I don't know, there you go, 15. That'll do for now. So if we've got those, no, we don't have the repeaters. Can we make a couple of repeaters? What are we missing from the repeaters? Iron? No. We've got coloured stone, redstone, and that, oh, the torches. Okay, fair enough. Let's make a load of those up. Just make a load because we can. and let's just make a few of those up. Never know when you're going to need a few more in these recipes. So let's first of all make that. So we have a Dimlet scrambler. The other thing we want is a workbench, so let's go ahead and make one of those. So there's the first couple of things, and I've got a list of things I've written down here. So the next things is all to do with dimensions, and essentially what we're going to do with these, so we're definitely going to need one of these, which is an empty dimension tab, and that makes a proper one, a full one if you like. So let's make a couple of those because I think we're going to use them. So yep, and then we've got some machines to make up here. So we've got an inscriber, builder, editor and monitor. So there's a builder. So can we make one of those? This is the expensive bit. Some awakened ingots. I did say editor, didn't I? I did. Let's make one of those. I don't know whether we're going to use all these straight away, but the idea is that we can, once we really get into this, we can create our own worlds. These worlds will be powered by RF. Let's have a look. So we've got the inscriber, we've got the editor, and we've got the builder. I believe there is a monitor. Let's have a look. There's a monitor. Why can't I see it? Dimension monitor, because it looks completely different. So hopefully we're not going to run out of these, because obviously I made a load of those before. And then what we also need is to be able to transfer to these places. So we need a matter transmitter. So we'll just craft one of those, and I guess a matter receiver, because we'll need to come back. And that's the thing about this, is you can go, you can come back, but you've got to make sure you come back. And then we also need, let's see, we've got a dialing device, matter booster, matter receiver, transmitter, cannon, condenser, dialing device. There it is. So there we go, and I think it's got to be close to one of those, so we'll try and work out how all these work. Now, is there anything else I need? What have we got here? Dimlet workbench, Dimlet scrambler, that's fine. We could make a destination analyzer, which essentially is there to help us decide whether it's safe to go into it and transmit to the dimension. But other than that, I think we've possibly got everything we need. So what I've done is I've taken this wall out here. At some point I will put these into some kind of logical order. Let's put that down there. Not all these things need actually power, but some do. So I've just literally made a grid of power at the back there. Then it can support it all. Let's put the inscriber here, shall we put it? Yep. And what else have we got? Destination analyzer, dialing device, dimension builder, Dimlet scrambler. So let's put one there, put this one here, and I've got a feeling some of these might need to go next to these, so might not put them down just yet. Let's see, so if we put that in there, whoa, I get an achievement, a new world awaits. So I believe this is a way of creating a very, very basic one. If I go store, we've now got a realized dimension tab, and if I right click on that, can I see its content? Shift right click. No. Right, okay, so now I've got to work out. So I do believe that goes into this, which is the dimension builder. and that builds the dimension. Now can I right click? Oops, I can let go of it if I do that. No. There we go. So biome control, single biome, sunflower plains, structured scattered, that's good. Sun brightness 1, star brightness 1. Try and bring the rest of that up there. Sky color, no idea what that all means. Body small sun, sheep. Okay, there's going to be lots of sheep on there. Is there anything else on there? It gives me a seed as well. Terrain void. Okay, so it's got all those things, but it's a void world, I think, is the way it works. So yeah, so what we now need to do is get these teleporters and that down, I believe. So I believe one will transmit, one will receive. So let's put the transmitter, let's put that there, and then we can always put the receiver over here out the way, so when we come back we don't quite land on there. So it's got plenty of energy, that's getting plenty of energy. Okay, we're getting there. Destinationalizer, dialing device, that's the other thing we need, so let's plonk that down in the middle. Now I believe this is this where we put the dimlet in, so it needs a dialing device for it to actually dial. So let's name this as well, so we'll call this base. It's public, doesn't really matter. So okay, so base is in there as a place to dial. Is that our dimlet? No. So where does this go? This has got to go in somewhere, hasn't it? Don't think it goes in there. Yeah. Okay, let me work out where this has got to go, because this has got to go somewhere for us to be able to sort of jump on here and then go somewhere. So yeah. Right. So I don't think, well, I think I've worked it out. I don't think we need to actually put this tab anywhere once it's actually made. If we look in here, the tab is called ID2. So if we look at it, it's got name ID2, and basically that now appears in this dialing device. So in a dialing device, and what you can do is, so we'll interrupt, we'll stop it dialing. So in a dialing device, you choose your transporter and you choose where you want it to go to. So in this case I'm going to choose base. Okay, so what I've done is I've named this one ID2 after the tab, and this one called base. So the yellow is the receiver, that's the transmitter, so, or teleporter. So we're going to go from ID2 to base. We're going to dial that, and as you can see there, it's green. So when it's red, it means don't jump in it because you'll die. If it's green, it means it's okay. If it's yellow, it means it's okay, but the chunks are unloaded. So if we jump in there, as you can see, we teleported to there. So very, very small teleportation. So what we need is a dialing device here, but we're also going to need one to get back. So what I've done is, because that's set up, as you can see, it's set up to go from ID2, which is where we're going to go to in a minute, to base. What we're going to do is literally grab that and put a new one here. Okay, so the one in the inventory is set up. As you can see on there, it's ready to go, kind of thing. So what we're going to do with this one now is we're going to dial it. In fact, we're going to name it, and we're going to name it base. Okay, so now what we should be able to do is dial from base to ID2, and we're going to dial that, and currently it is red. That's not necessarily good, but that's probably because it is charged up. Let's interrupt that if we can. Let's interrupt. Let's see if we can do it again. So we're going to go from base to ID2, dial, and it's definitely red, which means don't jump in it. Now I don't know if that's a power issue or not. One thing I'm doing here, oh, it's charged up, is I am trying to get energy in there. So why is that not happy? Because if I jump into that, it's going to kill me. Let's just make sure it's not this thing. How do I get that up? I think I've got to pick it up. Ah, it's gone green now. Let's put that down again. Destination analyzer, and it's saying it's red. So it's analysing it and going, yeah, no, don't do it. But not quite sure. Let's just call this home. Just call it a different name. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. No, because it's in there. Interrupt. Dial again. To ID2. Dial. Not sure. Is that good or not? I guess we could go in it and find out. And the worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to die. Maybe I want to look into it first. Let me have a little read a second and we'll come back. So I tried jumping into there and I died, as I suspected. So what I'm going to do is try and create a new one, because I've got a feeling, because it said I died in a collapsing world, so I got a feeling it was just a bad Dimlet. Try creating a new one, but it creates the same thing, ID2. So I'm just using this biome birch forest with an empty one. Store that, see if it makes something different. It does indeed, so that's good. Maintenance 10 off per tick, that's not bad. We need to put it in there next, don't we? And put it in there and make that. So I'm going to jump in first of all with nothing on, because I put all my stuff here safely out the way, and then that way I can test it without too much of a problem. So that's pretty good. Maintenance cost 50 current power, blah blah blah. So I think it's charging up. That's dimension ready. So I think that's the other thing, is we've got to allow it to fully charge. I don't think we can take it out of there. No, because it says current power. Current power. Maybe that was an issue. I don't know. Let me let that fully charge up anyway. And maybe current power RF as well. That's a dimension ready, but there's no power in it. So maybe that was the problem as well. So I'm going to let this fully charge. I'll charge the other one, and then we'll see what happens. Aha! So I've got it dialed into ID2, and it's now what it should be, which is basically saying it can go there, but the chunk isn't loaded. So let me put ID2 in there, because that's going to keep it powered. Basically, that's going to make sure it's always get powered. And the other thing about this is we can make more of these dimension builders, and that'll keep the dimensions powered, because they do slowly lose power over time. So yeah, so let me put those, and I'm going to jump through again and see what happens. I've got nothing on me, so I don't mind if I die. It's just really experimental to see actually what happens the other side. Now I don't know how long this is going to take. Oh, I am here. Wow, look at that sky. And it is a void, as they said. So it's exactly what it said it was. It's a void, and as you can see here, we've got no way of teleporting back. We've got one of these, which is basically, we can call it ID2, because that's some reason what they're calling it. But yeah, there is no. But we can rename that to anything we want, you see. So which is quite good. Okay, so it might be worth exploring this, but let's fall off the edge of the world, and then we'll bye bye. We'll see if there we go. See if we can't have a look at the other world and see what that one does. So let's stop that one, interrupt, and then go to ID3, dial, and that's showing green, which kind of says it's loaded, but I don't know. So let's go and have a look, I guess. See where it takes us. But this one might take a little longer, because we've not been here or tried to go here. although it looks okay at the moment. So we are here, but yet again it's a void world. So yeah, that's not so good. Not really what I was looking for when it comes to these things. So is it going to be a case of all worlds are going to be void worlds that we create here? I don't know. So I think what I'll do is we'll head back, we'll get our armour on, we'll get a way of coming back from here, and perhaps we'll do a little bit of flying around and see what we can find. Well, I've done a lot of exploring, and the only thing I can ever find is these slime islands. So and some quite big islands as well, some of them, and some of them even have rubber trees on them rather than just the normal slime tree. So it looks like the bigger ones have sort of spawned an extra few trees, but other than that, no, it doesn't look as if they really is anything else here. They're just voids. So I guess it could be useful to create something that's in a void rather than normal. So yeah, so I don't know whether we use them or not, but hopefully this will take me back home again. Teleportation was interrupted. Is that because I walked over it? Am I going too fast? Come on. There we go. How about that? No. Start teleportation. There we go. Yeah, just running too fast for the teleporters. That will never do, will it? So, and we are back. Yay! So, safe and sound, but as I said, it looks like every single one of these is basically going to create a void world. It certainly appears that that's the only option. There doesn't seem to be anything else as far as terrain goes. I think that's the only one, terrain void Dimlets. So there is no other type of terrain available, I don't think. So I think every single one we're going to create is going to be a void. So yeah, but I still think, you know, it was good fun to find out. We needed to check these things. So I think I'll make another one of those because I just stole the last one to go to that third world. Yeah, so let's make another one of those. At least it's there if we want to use it. And this storage is getting filled up again. Well guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that episode. It was quite good fun messing around with the Dimlets and seeing what they were doing. It's a mod I've not played around with before, so that's really cool. I've learned some new things. It's just a shame we can't actually turn them into non-void. If there's a way of doing that, let me know. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to click like if you enjoyed the episode. So we'll see you again here on Sky Factory 2. My name's Wild Trekker. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now. Bye bye.